Okay, perfect,
Okay.
great. Um, if I may, I would have, if I may, of course, I would have a question, because it's not really a very intelligent question, and I'm sorry, but I'm not particularly intelligent, so you have to think about that. But it's, I'm very interested in this question, in the answer, so of course. I would like to understand, I would like to know your opinions about, because I am religious, so I believe in God. So for me, it's easy to think that we have been created by God. But it's not for everybody. Not everybody think like that. So I would like just maybe 2 minutes, maybe 2 minutes. I would like to know your opinion about this, about the creation of the man and the world in general. If you want, I don't know. Maybe it's not very interesting. Okay.
It's a great question, as usual, Gilberto.
I don't think so.
Yeah, of course it is. I think everybody should have the chance to offer their insights, so that we all share what is our feeling about your question. I mean, so let's see who wants to get started with attempting to respond to this quite intense question. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Hello.
I couldn't hear most of it.
Aldo.
Hello everyone.
Hello, Aldo. Sorry.
Can you repeat? Yeah, I couldn't hear at the beginning. Sorry.
Sorry?
Can you repeat? I couldn't hear.
Okay. I didn't understand. Okay, no, as I am religious, I believe in God. So I believe that God created everything. So created the world, created the man, created everything. But I know that other people would think differently. And I would like to know, to have your opinions about this. So what do you think about the creation? How was? We have Rosemary. Rosemary, let me in, please. Okay, no, Francie is, I'm doing a mess this evening, sorry. I'm not talking. Finished.
Okay, who would like to respond to this? Anybody want to get started with this?
I can say anything that to what my understanding and what I have learned as well.
Yes, of course.
Life is a school, and all the souls that comes here, we come to learn. But why are we here? We've been sent, or we've been, actually it's been saying that it's volunteer from our creator. As per the religions, it says that each culture has their own religions and they have their own God. They believe on their own, like Allah, like the Buddha, Jesus Christ, Quetzalcoatl. There are quite a few, right? But to my understanding, all the religions, it comes from the one source. And then I believe that God, of course, exists. To my understanding as well, I'm Catholic, but I do not go into that line. I consider myself actually more spiritual than religions. I do not practice any religions, but I do believe that I have it in me. And then I believe that we are all connected as a souls with the spirit of the earth. And then we came here on a purpose to help the earth. And now that it's changing, of course, we have to help her to raise into the fifth dimension, as we all been hearing about that. But creator, the source of the creator has heard, I don't think it's the Kabbalah, but has heard, I don't know if Marco heard, there is a book named Pistis Sophia. Have you heard that, Marco?
What was the title again?
Pistis Sophia.
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
Okay. From there, it's a deep concept. What it says there, how life was created, all the planets and all the systems and everything. It says that it comes everything from the absolute. That's what it's from Ein Sof and Ein Sof Aur. It's from where all the essence comes and goes to all different planets. But I don't know if anybody met or heard about what is her name? It's a lady that she used to do hypnosis, and then she discovered in probably in the late 60s. And Dolores Cannon. Does anybody you heard? Okay, so what she says is that her practices, she realized that all the souls are coming from different places. So I believe that God we are connected to God, all of us. Each individual soul has our own real being, which masters or ascended masters, as said, they mention about this as well, that human being has the potential to auto-realize. And then because we all have those powers that help us awaken, not counting with the ego, of course. But anyway, Marco should know more about this and he can explain a little bit more on this.
Yes, but you believe that God created or someone else? No, God.
It says that I don't know how to say in English, cosmocreatores, cosmo creators. Those are, let's say, like gods that they create everything, of course. The planet.
Boronandek. They are Boronandek.
Huh?
Sorry?
They are Boronandek. Boronandek are like the right hand of the great creator. They are the cosmos creators.
Okay. Thank you. Someone else?
See, from what I understand, from what I have been studying, heard, and of course, we really have like no way to prove this physically, right? But from like what I'm saying is what I understand or what I've heard and studied, the cosmos or the universe as we know it is created in a fractal way. So as we exist, also other beings that are bigger exist too. And it
No, I don't think that we can understand.
If they created from the
More or less.
Rosemary, we are having a hard time to understand what you're saying. Okay.
Creator.
She's giving us an answer from another dimension, so their language is quite different, you know.
Exactly.
Okay. So anyone else?
I let you to speak.
Okay, I want to try to say something. In my experience, I was in a Catholic church, I understand a lot. Is right what she say, Grace, before, because we are souls in this planet, and we have a lot of experiences now that help us to grow in our mission here, you know. And now I understand, yes, there is the first creator. Somebody create everything for make us in the universe and in the multiverse. I think all of us create something beautiful and unique in this earth. So yes, there is, but we don't know if he's a male or female. We don't know about everything, you know, for now. And so we have to live our journey like a soul, and evolve in this process in resonance with the beauty of the life where we live.
Hi everyone. I want to piggyback off of what Francesca was saying, because that was beautiful. Thank you. And I don't know, you know, who the creator is, or I can't validate anything like anybody else. But like she said, our souls are here to experience, and for me, our experience is just a continual experience, all connected, right? There's one soul, and it's just fragmented into everyone. And with that, what I do know, what resonates with me is that whoever created us is not above us. We are the created. We are the creator. It's the same thing for me. There's no like hierarchy, I guess you could say, in the structure. There's no, like the Catholic Church teaches you, you know, God and then Jesus, and we have to answer to God, and we have to answer to Jesus. That's not the structure of creation. It's all just one. And if somebody created us, they didn't create us as a servant to him or her. It was an extension of. So the thing that we're not taught and we're not given in full in the physical experience of today is the power of the soul and the spirit and the human creation. And that's on purpose by design, right? The three-dimensional reality that we live in is structured to inhibit the creation, to inhibit our power and the what happens is what we have today, pretty much, but also what happens is what we have today in the positive sense, meaning we, without even understanding our full potential, we're able to create so much and connect so much, and things happen. So even though, like, you know, the saying, we only use 1% of our brain, right? We only use 1% of our power, like we really only do. And look how much we can do with that 1%. Imagine if we were harnessing the full 100%, right? Like we have the unlimited power of the creator. So I have no answers like anybody else, but I just know and feel that, and I'm always trying to understand how that, you know, how that connects to the 3D reality, how do we live that, right? And, you know, I'm not perfect. I vibrate low, I vibrate high, I vibrate somewhere in the middle, but just trying to always, you know, remember that everything that we do is created by us. So especially valid in what we're talking about these days, right? In OPPT and creating what we want our lives to look like, everything, right? We do it now because there seems to be a necessity, but we did it before and didn't realize, you know, how important it was, really. So, you know, we are here, right? And our soul is here. And that's what's, you know, what I try to remind myself of.
Thank you, Cristina. I think we are all creators, and we can co-create a new world together. So I think will be beautiful, step by step, share our gifts and create something beautiful and something new.
But who created us?
I don't know, but I'm also not really asking that question because we're here. So right now we create us is my answer to that, right? Whoever created us from whatever part of the universe we came from, I don't know, but we're here now, and the soul doesn't live and die with the human body, right? So it's just fragmented experiences, right? So you don't remember when you're born into the new physical body, but it's the same soul living over and over again experience, and that's the purpose of the soul, to just live over and over again in these experiences. So when, who, what, I don't know. I don't have an answer. There's a lot of science, there's a lot of theory, there's a lot of speculation, but all I know is we're here, and we were here, and we will be here, and it's just a matter of creating the experience and that we have the opportunity to do now in this physical body is what I mean.
Okay.
And if there's like a one creator, like we answer to each other, right? Like we're responsible for each other. So, you know, all of our, like she said, all of our experiences are connected. So you can go really deep into it, and there's people who have outer body experiences and travel within their soul dimension and go to somewhere else and while they're sleeping. I mean, there's so many different ways to look at it and so many different levels, but it's just one big circle of energy. And the spark, I don't know. Does anybody know?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Marco.
Yes, I agree with all of you guys. Just beautiful to hear all this beautiful truth that you are sharing. And Gabriel, you created a wonderful question, because this is a question that we need to address right now more than ever, because for as long as we don't understand who we are, we define ourselves based on the narrative that comes from the system, we will always be at the mercy of the system. So it is important that we establish and get a feeling of who we are in a narrative that expand much wider than the narrative that comes from the educational system, the society, the whatever is out there. Okay, so it's a very, very important question right now to really understand who we are and what is this about. Just a moment. Oh, okay, we're fine. So I usually don't use the word God because it is very heavy with so much hidden agendas and ego and stories and all that. Usually I prefer to use a word that is more neutral, like source, for example, or the fountain of life. Like, but let's use this time source. Okay. So from my feeling and from what I experienced so far, everything is source. There is no way that you cannot be outside of source. Source is everything. Or you prefer, you can say God is everything. So everything that exists and also everything that doesn't exist is source. Okay. So we are source. Okay. Yes. So when you are everything that exists, you can say that you have a problem. Okay. Because if you are everything that exists, you cannot have an experience. You cannot experience yourself if you are everything. How can you? All right. So source, in order to experience itself, it creates the illusionary fragmentation, separation, an infinite amounts of fragmentations and separations, from which she or he, both, can experience itself. All right. So we are a fragmentation of source. So we are source. And as Christina says, there is no hierarchy.
Yeah.
Okay. So to give you an example, if I take this cup here, let's say that this cup is source. So there's only this cup, it's everything. Okay, let's say that I let it fall into the floor and it fragments itself in an infinite amount of pieces. Some pieces are close to the impact zone. Some are nearby, some are very, very far, some are big, some are small, some are dust. And there is an infinite number of pieces. Now, there is a paradox that is created. There is not one piece that is identical to the other. At the same time, all the pieces are equally important for the cup to be recreated. And even if the smallest one is missing, the cup cannot be recreated.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
So with this paradox, we understand that it's futile, it's useless to create an idea of hierarchy. Okay.
Okay.
So back to the source that creates a fragmentation. The first fragmentation is a sequence of infinite amount of operating systems or galaxies of holograms or densities of frequencies or colors of or dreams, an infinite amount of multi-universes that source is fragmented to, okay? And these are all holograms. So they're a dream, they're just a dream, so that we can navigate through the dream that we choose to adventure into in order to have an experience. And every time we have an experience, source get an orgasmic understand, self-understand. It gains more a sense of self. That is why each of us has the responsibility to express his own uniqueness, because the more we are fully ourselves, the more we create an expansion in self-knowing from everything that exists. So all this infinite amount of possibilities, which are created by many call that spirit. The spirit creates all this infinite amount of potential experiences, matrix, okay? And then the soul, each of us can choose which game to play based on his own uniqueness, his own evolution. Fundamentally, the soul wants only two things. It wants to evolve, go back home, like the piece of the cup that is broken wants to go back into the cup, in being back into the cup. And it wants to be supportive of life. These are the only things that the soul, that are relevant to the soul, evolution and support. And so based on these two parameters, the soul look through the infinite amount of possibility created by the spirit and choose his next adventure. And obviously, we in this Zoom have chosen as our next adventure this operating system, which is called Mother Earth or human experience. And each of these operating systems have an avatar, so that the soul can wear an avatar in order to navigate through the experience. So if you are an Andromedan or a Pleiadian, if you choose those games, then you wear a Pleiadian or an Andromedan avatar, and then you have the experience. Okay?
Yes.
Another thing that is important to understand is we as soul are multidimensional beings, and so we are having simultaneously different experiences. Okay, but in this part of us right now is focused on the physical experience. So here we are wearing the avatar that allow us, the human costume that allow us to play into this game. And it's a dream. It's just a dream that we are having. And we are source having this dream. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure. There's much more to be said, of course, but this is the most synthetic way I can share what I feel. And there are many ways to tell the same story. There's more scientific way to explain it, more left brain, right brain, you know, everybody has different ways to say it.
Of course, yes. Aldo, you're from Portugal, from Brazil?
No, I'm not from Portugal. I was born in Albania, I was grown up in Greece, and now I live in Sweden.
Perfect. But you're close to me because I live in Estonia.
Oh, great. Yeah, it's
So
close.
Sweden, Estonia is not far from. Okay, your turn, Aldo.
So I came a little bit late, actually. I didn't hear the answer, but I hear the guy saying about, you're talking about what is God, the source, yeah, something like that, right?
It would be my question was just who created us? Who created the world? This is the question. If you want to answer, if you don't, no problem, of course.
Yeah, this can go really deep. Can go back to the mythology, but I don't really know who created us, but I will agree what I heard before about there is the one source, one force around that everyone feels, everyone has a different name to express it, to a different way to feel it, but I really believe this, inside us, everyone knows we feel the same thing. The one power, the one force. And I think many people, they can express it with many ways.
Okay. Thank you.
Hi, now it's me.
Yeah.
Yep. Because of, no, I totally agree with Marco, because it's there's similar how I see it, the one source. I always or very often explain it like we have the sun, and every soul or every person is a beam from the sun, from the center.
Okay.
So I am just the one beam of the sun, and you are one beam, and everyone experience things differently. But that is just how I explain it, or have seen it for me. But because therefore I am sunlight, because I am the sun, and I'm just one light from the sun.
Okay. It's nice.
Okay.
Thank you. Marina Kassomenou. Greek?
Yes, Greek. Hi, everybody.
Hi. And do you live in Greece?
I live in Greece, in Patras.
Patras. Okay, good. So welcome.
Thank you.
Do you want to say something?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, no problem. Someone else? Questions?
Maybe it's time now that the question comes back to you, Gilberto. What do you feel about creation? Who are you?
You know, a lot of people say to me that I am a child, and they believe in something that doesn't exist. And it's stupid for them, because you don't see, we can say, someone, and you believe in that being. And it is not really intelligent. But I think that is a question of faith. I don't have to see someone to believe that someone exists. Not always. And in this case, for a reason I don't know, because really, I don't know. Of course, I learned about God and everything, the creation and so on, when I was a child. And even if I'm not going to the church, I don't follow the church, I don't believe in priests or something like that, I believe in God. I believe in someone that is I don't know how to say, because it's something something that I can't really understand, but it's not important to understand who he is. because as I told, I had the faith that this being somehow exists. So for me, it's okay. And the theory, some of the scientific theory about that it happened, the Big Bang, and so on, and then the Earth got cold, and then a cell that came from we don't know where met another cell, and then the first said to the other, "Hello, how are you? I am a cell. Oh, I am a cell too. Oh, we can get together." And then we get 2, 3 cells, 4, and so on. And then we have something that it was, I don't remember what it was really, amoeba or something, and then the evolution, and we have the man. I don't know, but it's not something that I believe in. It's not a good explanation for me. But as I told you, for me, it's so simple to say that God created Adam, created Eve, and then they got together, and yes, it's childish thinking like that, but I don't know. I believe that. I'm happy with this explanation. I can call him God, I can call source, I can call everything you want. But in the end, for me, nothing changed. So I told you, I'm not very intelligent, so I don't have a big, important explanation. I can't explain something in a, we can say, in a deeper way. Probably I am on the surface and I float the surface, and I'm not able to go deeper. So it's like this. Very, very simple, probably too simple. For scientists, doesn't exist, something like this. But I don't know, sometimes looking at the nature, in that moment, I feel even more that God exists. But it's my opinion, and it's not. It's probably it's even I can say simple somehow to say that and believe, but maybe not. And when I told you I'm not going to the church because I don't believe that the church, I don't know, I'm not saying, because it's not stupid to say I don't believe in the church. We can say that I don't believe in many people who are in the church, who say something that my opinion, they invented, because even they say God said. Yes. Who said that God said? Because even the Bible, it's difficult to understand, because who wrote the Bible? Who really wrote, we can say, what happened? And how that person was there, and we can say got the information, and then he wrote or she wrote, I don't know. He wrote or she wrote, I don't know. Everything, because if you want, you can write a book like a Bible. Not okay, not. But yes, you can invent everything you want, because it's not so difficult. If you're a writer, you can invent everything you want. You can write everything you want. And I understood something that is very important to me, that when you assist, you are in a scene, it doesn't matter where. And you can say that happened something, and someone else, so we can say, example, a judge in a trial, would ask you, what happened there? And then you start saying what happened in that situation. But think of it. Not think of it, it's me, because it's me that I don't understand well. When you saw that scene, you were there. In that moment, you were, we have to think that you were in a situation that maybe it was a crime. You can say a crime, it's better, because it's easy to, oh my God, I'm killing everything. It's better to understand. It's a crime, and you saw what happened. And then the judge would ask you, the attorney, it doesn't matter who, what happened? Because you are a witness. And you say, it happened, this. But it really happened, because in the moment in which you were in front of the crime, you felt something. Maybe you felt rage. You felt angry. You felt scared. You were scared. Something happened. Of course, it happened, because you weren't. There wasn't a robot seeing a scene. There was a human being with feelings. In that moment, you got some details, but after that, your brain can manipulate, not really manipulate, but can change something, and you can say to the attorney, in this case, example, the judge, something that didn't really happen, something different. Example, a witness saw a red car, but another witness saw a blue car. because in that moment, your brain decided that it was red, but the other saw a blue car, and someone else saw other. So it means that in this moment, I can say that I'm doing this gesture. But when we can say in 2-3 months, and say, which kind of gesture did you? And I say, okay, so it was this one? No, wait. It was on the phone, it was, no. And you don't know. And so everything is so difficult. And when people say, oh, I saw everything, I know everything, it's possible. Maybe they are like a photographer or I don't know, someone who can take a picture with their brain and can describe everything, maybe more or less as it happened. It's not my case, example. I can't do that. So, I don't know, so I'm quite confused because it's difficult for me to understand. And so probably at a certain point, my brain decided, or my brain, my soul, I don't know who, maybe my heart, because I feel, so it's my heart, it's not my brain, that can't exist. And I can't say anything else. For me, it's okay. So I'm sorry because I explained in a very bad way. Probably it's difficult to understand what I said. Can you say if someone understood what I said, more or less?
Yeah, it was kind of confusing. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. It was kind of confusing for me, but I think that what I understand from what you said is that you don't understand how people can see different realities at the same time from one basic fact, let's call it somehow.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, the way it actually we create is, I agree with Marco when he says that everything is source and just trying to manifest in different ways, playing different games, put in different suits. And actually what you consider a reality is not a reality, it's many realities at the same time. So we all create our own reality, and sometimes others are in our same hologram and we share this, we project them in our hologram, but it all happens to you. Basically, you have your projection of your life in front of you, but if you look behind, actually you have like a bunch of data coming through, because it's more, this 3D experience is more like a program. Again, that's how I see it. I don't think nobody has the truth. I think there are many truths, and we all see different things in different ways. And I think the best way to find some peace or some ease or some understanding is, like you were saying, is just feel it in your heart. What is your heart? Because your heart will actually take you to that place where everything's pristine and where everything started. It's like your blueprint of who you are. And there everything is untouched, not damaged, not contaminated. So if you can get in that place and project from there your reality, I think it's gonna be more glued together and make more sense. That's what I can say.
Okay, thank you. Someone else?
Well, Gabriel, go ahead, Rosemary, go ahead.
So
No, I just wanted to show you guys where I am.
yeah,
This is too beautiful.
I'm seeing
Okay, I am in Tulum. Look at this.
oh my God, so wonderful.
I am in a little bay in Tulum.
Wow.
Okay, they're sharing that. Sorry, Mark.
No, that's Mexico, yes?
Yes, Mayan Riviera.
So,
Beautiful.
considering the logistic where you are, you should be the one that give all the answer to us right now, because you're the most connected right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is amazing. Tell you guys, I'm gonna say something. Things are simpler than when we use our brain, we just like complicate everything. This is it. Everything is so simple and beautiful, and it keeps on happening all the time. It just never stops.
What they're doing? Sorry. I don't understand what they're doing.
I think we interrupted Marco, right? What were you going to say, Marco? I'm sorry.
Yeah, of course.
No, it's all perfectly flowing. No, I was just saying, like you said, that the mind, particularly the ego mind, is not equipped to understand source, God, and life. Also because life is not meant to be understood. Life is meant to be felt, okay? And so the ego mind, what it does, it creates narratives. That's why there are so many interpretations. There are so many stories around whatever we can possibly discuss. In this case, there are millions of stories of religions, spiritual beliefs, but most of them address a light that is in dualistic games. So they address a God that needs, a light that needs darkness to justify its own existence. So most of the religions and most of the spirituality, maybe even we can dare even to say all religion and all spirituality, besides when you really go to the core, usually they invite you to a game where there is light and darkness, okay? And that's a very beautiful experience, and that's what we are here for, to have an experience within the dualistic game. But we have to understand that this is just a game, okay? And if we want to really feel the light that doesn't have an opposite, that embrace everything that is us, we have to shift from the ego mind, from the mind, into our, what you said, heart. The heart is the house of the soul. That's where the soul resides in this avatar, all right? So the soul does not project stories. If the ego mind, if you take 20 people that look at something and then you ask them what just happened, they most likely will come out with slightly different, or sometimes entirely different stories. Because that's the game of the ego, to create stories, all right? So that we can play, all right? But if they center with the soul and they address the whole thing, there will be no stories. The soul doesn't create stories. The soul just navigates through whatever is in front of his eyes, through the idea of resonance and dissonance. And so naturally goes towards resonance and just go further from dissonance. Not because it judged right or wrong, it's just because that's not what it wants to experience. Okay, so with that dynamic, the existence is not about understanding, figuring out. It's about living it and having an experience, and then from that experience growing into a higher level of consciousness where we feel more and more who we really are. And the more we feel who we are, the more we give ourselves permission to be ourselves, the more we remember that we are God, we are source. Okay, so that's one way. But for as long as you try to figure out from the ego or from the mind, you will be like a mouse that goes around a circle like that for forever, you know.
There's no chance, of course.
And no possible response is going to be fulfilling, because the ego says, yeah, but there is always a but, and then the next one, right? And it never ends. So, but once you position yourself in the soul, where there's stillness, where there's the here and now, there are no stories. You are in what you call the zero field. Then your understanding is not anymore linear thinking, is holistic. So you don't understand, you just feel everything, right? And that's when we have to invite into our consciousness the female energy, because the female energy is much more has a much wider predisposition to understand. It doesn't matter if you're a man or woman. The female energy has the ability to embrace life, while the male energy needs to understand, right? So we need to balance that, and maybe also give a little bit tiny more credit to the female energy, so that we can navigate really high. So that's my perspective.
Oh, thank you so much.
Sure, thank you.
Marina.
Marina is here because she wants to just be part of this, and she will tell us when she wants to say something. It's okay. Yes. Right, Marina?
Yes, exactly. Thank you.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Thank you for being with us. I really appreciate it.
Yes, of course. Siga, can you? No, you can't. No, she's not. She doesn't.
What? Can I what?
Would you like to say something?
No. I'm just working with my stones.
What are you doing?
I am working with my stones.
Yes, but what do you mean with working with your stones?
I am separating it by size, and go ahead. Yeah, I can show you. This one is very small, like a sand.
Yes.
I have next one, and then this one, and then this size. Now this is from the beach.
This is a beach.
It's from a beach here in southwest of Iceland. It's very soft.
You see, that's a perfect example right there. You know, she's not trying to figure out the stones. You know, she's just feeling them, watching the color, appreciating the smell, the taste, and she's having the experience. You see, look at that. So that's the way how you really know universally, more than trying to be logical. So why this stone is this shape, and why is this, you know, and then you go into a never-ending series of rational, but that's...
And you don't have answers.
Right.
I just love them.
Exactly. You don't need answer. You don't need to question everything. I mean, sometimes it's important to question, but what I'm saying is you just experience life, you know.
Do you see the hair?
Beautiful.
So big.
I love the Icelandic rocks.
I think that there are a lot of great stones in Iceland.
Then we have
What is a crystal?
There's a lot of crystals. Yes, I have a
Yes,
crystal
of course.
house,
Of
rock
course.
house.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
So I'm just playing with the rocks and
Yes.
listening to you and talk to my friend.
Yes. Yes. Of course. Of course.
So yes, I just feel what is everything that is. I just feel it inside me. How I'm not trying to, like Marco said,
Rationalize.
Yeah. I just feel the energy of it. Energy of the nature, whatever is stones or trees or flowers, or just the energy of the mountains and the animals, and just let it go into me and feel it. And that way I experience the life. And if I need to need more energy, then it is the nature is giving me. And if I need to empty my heart, I can go into the nature. If I need to support me in some way, I go into the nature.
But are there forests in Iceland?
Yeah, small forests.
Small. No, because you
sometimes
can
for some years ago, you said if you are going wild or going lost in a forest in Iceland, you stand up and you can see over.
you can hug the trees and get the energy from the trees.
I can hug a tree. And
nice.
I can hug the rocks.
Oh, the stones. Yes, of course.
Stones.
It's great, absolutely. I think that Iceland, it's really a nice place.
You are all welcome. Come and visit me here.
I'm coming now. I'm not vaccinated.
Me neither, so it's okay.
I hope so.
You just have to be in some restrictions here still, but who cares? Not me.
I'm not. I can't move. I can't move, unfortunately. But anyway, a day maybe.
It's so beautiful to see Francesca. She have a star in her. The third eye is a star.
I can't see well.
It's a beam of the light is going to make a star in your.
Just a light here.
I know that. It's beautiful. I love it.
It's so strange. Yes, it's right. Correct. Oh, so nice.
She have an open third eye. It's beaming out.
But the third eye, it's open now. Mine is closed. Okay. Someone else would like to say something? Oh, we don't have to go. I don't think that we have to go on with this topic. We can change, of course. Or no, I don't know. Do you want to change topic? My topic is boring. It was boring.
I missed, no, don't say that. I missed, what was the topic on the beginning? It was about who created us. That was the topic. Can you guys hear?
Sorry?
That I missed what was the topic at the beginning. It was like who created us? Was that the topic?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, I think we talked about that already. Everybody talked about it already. I
Yes,
just
it's
didn't
nice.
know. I just didn't know because I missed the first part because I had no internet. I've been thinking lately, you know,
Yeah, but
how,
you are in heaven, so you know that.
I'm sorry?
You are in heaven, so you know that.
Yeah. But I've been thinking today, I don't know why it just came to my mind, that it is so important for us now to start considering the idea of us being interdimensional beings and galactic beings, not seen as humans, as just humans, but that we were saying that we are all different manifestations of consciousness. There are so many manifestations of this consciousness, the source, in different timelines and in different dimensions and all at the same time. So I think that it's a nice, let's call it exercise, or kind of just, you know, holding the idea that we are all these at the same time, not just this. You know, even though we can think a lot of times that this body, we are souls living in this body, but we're just not here in this body. We're in many other realities at the same time. And higher dimensions, lower dimensions, everything. It's, like I said, interdimensional and galactic. So I don't know if anybody wants to say something about that. I think it's a fun idea to consider.
Thank you. Grace?
No, I don't think I have anything to say. I'm sorry.
No, because I saw the microphone, so I was thinking that you wanted to say something.
And I also think that we should just let people, don't take it bad, but just let people have just, you know, let everybody just talk if they want to, and if they don't want to, they won't. Wow, they won't talk.
Aldo. Bye, Aldo. Thank you so much.
Ciao, Aldo. Thank you.
Hey guys, I will have to go. I will see you next Monday.
Yes. Thank you.
Ciao, Aldo.
Bye.
Okay, guys. Anything else we want to share this evening or this day for some of you? No?
No?
Sometimes we can also don't say anything, you know, and just enjoy the stillness between us. It's really beautiful.
Yes,
We can
I agree.
communicate in other ways, you know. It's not necessary to talk all the time. We can just commune at other levels. It's actually very beautiful to do that.
Absolutely.
I guess we have to say thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, appreciation is always the first thing that comes when we connect with our soul. Right away, appreciation is there.
Yes, indeed. I know there's always something to learn. That's what it is, life. We came here to learn something, always.
Yes.
Okay, I have a topic, but maybe it's for next time because I have the feeling that people want to go already. I don't know if you want to go or not. It's just my feeling. But what do you guys know or think about the Merkaba?
Merkaba.
I think that's a topic for next. I have to leave now because I'm going to have a ceremony with cacao and sound healing tonight. So For me, I have to go soon. So
Okay. So
Thank you, Tika.
we can say goodbye for now, and we'll meet next week.
Yes.
And in the meantime, if anybody wants to communicate something, we can always use Telegram to share whatever we give us joy to share. So I love you all. I appreciate this time together. And by the way, I'm looking forward to the time where we'll meet physically all together so we can really hug each other.
That would be great. It would be great, absolutely.
We'll do it.
Maybe we're saying, come to Mexico. We can meet here at the beach.
Yes. It's so
Iceland and
close,
Mexico,
so close. Mexico is so
Italy,
And then USA.
Maybe
We can make
Iceland.
so
we
United
can-
Airlines.
we will all meet. We will meet
Or
one
we
day.
can travel in our America bus to different places and meet each other.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Bye,
Bye,
guys.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.